Hi, I'm Pete Rosenthal and welcome to the West Real Estate Program, the program that gives you fantastic advice on everything to do with real estate, buying, selling, renovating, you name it, we look into it, and the advice is given by professionals that work within the industry. Today, I'm looking at a wonderful property in beautiful Bassandean. But before we do that, let's see what Dan and Hayley are up to this week.
On today's show, I take a look at an amazing new Gemmill home. I get tips on how to choose the right appliances for your kitchen, and I'll show you how to deck out your entire home with new furniture without breaking the budget.
And thanks to a smart WA interior design company, I'll show you how to maximise the look of a room, whether it's big or small.
And I'm excited today because I'm at 16 Barton Parade, Bassandean, and shwing! It's lovely. Ooh! Handy. Looking for Denise from the professionals. Denise.
Pete, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Come through.
It's beautiful, Denise.
It's magnificent.
Not unlike yourself, Denise. Oh, hello. Oh, it's a beautiful study in there. Oh, a little sitting room.
A formal sitting room.
And it's so deep, it's a huge block.
It's beautiful. It's a full quarter acre.
And, oh, wow. Does it open up beautifully or what? This is great. This floor is incredible.
This floor has history. It comes from the South Australian wool stores.
Yep.
It's blackbutt, and this is one of only 2 homes in WA to have it.
I'd just like to test them where I can. See, I do tap.
Perfect.
But that, did you hear that? There's sort of a woolly sound to it because there is an old wool shed arrangement. If you actually go a couple, you can actually hear the sheep. You can hear the sheep.
Didn't quite hear the sheep.
But this is a beautiful place. The al fresco's beautiful. It just feels great.
It's amazing.
What's in it?
4 bedrooms,
Yes.
all with robes, 2 bathrooms, 2 powder rooms. The kitchen is amazing.
It is
It
beautiful.
has a walk-in pantry and a wine cellar that is just fantastic.
I love the brick on that. Storage space, have we got any
Storage, yes, we have loft storage in the roof. There's a ladder, pull-down ladder. We have a full home theatre system so that you can be watching DVD in one room, something different in another room.
It's all zoned off.
It's all zoned off.
What about security and fire alarms, that sort of thing?
Full monitored security.
I love it, Denise. It's just got everything. It's finished so beautifully as well. It's got to be a chink somewhere. Has it got a pool?
It has a pool. Heated pool with a water feature.
Yep, they've got it all. It's immaculate. Oh, and speaking of immaculate, Denise, stay where you are because we've got to go now across to wonderful Dan, and he's with Craig Gemmill from Gemmill Homes, another great man.
As someone who lives in a home myself, I've always got an eye out for what's new in the world of property. And I imagine many of you out there share my interests. Why wouldn't you? It's a really exciting time for Western Australian investors. When something new and prestigious announces its arrival, both eyebrows find themselves an inch higher on my forehead and I settle in for an arvo of research. Now this happened recently and I'd love to share the story. I was on the hunt for the next handful of property facts to pass on to you guys on gemmillhomes.com.au when I discovered a new listing. Now this is straight from the architect's office and I have to say it's one of the finer creations that this builder's designed. The Bel Air. Now think platinum status because this 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom design means finally we can have our cake, we can eat it too. And you don't need to be Andrew Forrest to own it, although he's probably got one. Gebill's reputation for unique design and quality construction greets you the second you walk through the door and down the hallway. These walls have all the durability of double clay brick, and then there's this magnificent featured rock wall. I just love a bit of that splash through a home. It sort of helps create that, I don't know, it's an organic feel. Now, I was meant to meet Craig here, but I haven't been able to find him yet, but he stands behind every house he sells. Inside, there's space. Polished timber floors lead you through to the open plan living and kitchen. Now, this area has entertaining written all over it. It's roomy, it's light, and it's perfectly laid out. Don't the stainless steel appliances add a touch of contemporary elegance?
Welcome to the Bel Air.
It's a beautiful design. I am very impressed.
Thank you.
You know, one of the things I love so much about it is that there's a lot of raised and sunken areas on the roof. Does that affect the room at all?
Oh, look, what it's done, Dan, is actually the designers have continued through the ceiling heights all the way through to the al fresco. So when you stand out here, you get this magnificent area that seems to flow and go on forever. So that's the secret in this house's design.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one for entertaining. Actually, what's your favourite feature?
My favourite feature in this home, one favourite room of mine, is the home theatre, the cinema area. I need to show you that.
Oh, great. This is very special. I love what the designers have done with the rear here.
Well, that's right, Dan. What they've tried to do, and succeeded, is making sure that everyone, wherever they're sitting in the room, has got a nice elevated view of the cinema screens.
Well, it actually feels like a proper cinema, although it's a bit smaller. It's absolutely wonderful. Compliments to your designers, mate.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks for showing us another great home.
You're welcome.
That airy feeling continues through to the master bedroom. After a night fighting over the doona, wake with a grin, knowing the battles have ended. His and her basins await you in the ensuite. Look, I've done everything I can to describe to you how wonderful this house is on the inside, and you really should experience it for yourself. I haven't done this before, but I recommend that you get down here and take a look. Now, it's open Monday and Wednesday between 2 and 5, and Saturday and Sunday between 1 and 5. If you'd like more info, go to westrealestate.com.au and follow the links.
Thank you, Dan. After the break, there's Hayley. Where will she be? At 740 Design. Welcome back. And here's Hayley as promised at 740 Design.
When it comes to interior design, we don't all have the same budget or the same space to work with. But whatever size your castle is, interior design and decoration can make a big difference to the value of your home, as well as the overall comfort factor. And getting it done right first time around by a professional can save you a lot of time and energy and help you get that wow factor that buyers are looking for. It's not just homes on the market that can benefit from a professional eye either. A welcoming and stylish atmosphere can set the tone of a retail store and bring extra customers by catching their eye. In an office space, the right amount of comfort and functionality can drastically improve productivity from employees. So hiring interior designers, like the gang at 740 Designs, can be a smart business decision too. So Alex, furnishing a large space can be really overwhelming. I mean, it can be hard to know where to start, and making sure that the final product looks good can be really tricky. So what are some professional tricks?
Well, people do get really overwhelmed with a large space and they've got no idea where to place their furniture. So we really suggest placing large and oversized furnishings and using a contrast in the space to make sure that you or your furnishings don't get lost within that space. Also, to use lots of occasional pieces such as lamps, floor lamps, side tables, chairs, to really layer the room and fill it up.
And so likewise with a smaller space, how do you expand a room and maximise the space?
Well, you've got to make sure that the eye, when it moves around, isn't struck by any obstacles. For example, down here we've used quite a low-lying coffee table and entertainment unit to keep the area open and spacious. Then with colours, use soft pastel colours as to not make too much definition within the room.
So that's great advice, but what's a really basic tip that anybody can use to instantly improve a room?
Well, art's a big thing in helping to improve the overall style of a room. For example, on the back wall here, we've placed one large oversized piece of art to really draw the eye in and act as a focal point when entering the door. As with mirrors, they're really good in reflecting light and add depth to the room.
Smaller spaces and little nooks can be disregarded when it comes to interior design. It's easy to think there's not much you can do with a tiny area, but in fact it's just the opposite. By using the right colours and furnishings, you can save a room from becoming a lost space or another dreaded junk room, and give your family more actual living areas in your home without knocking the walls down. Knowing what furnishings can help to bring a room together, or how to take advantage of an outdoor space to create another living room, is a definite craft. Thankfully, 740 Designs are a stylish and clever lot who can help you put together a particular look to give your house the best chances on the market, or to create a stylish home to retreat to at the end of a busy day.
Thank you, Hayley, and all our friends at 740 Design. Don't forget about your chance, my friends, to win the Aquatechnics plunge pool. Go to the website, westrealestate.com.au, and follow the prompts. After the break, I'm getting up close and personal with wonderful Denise from The Professionals. Ooh, watch out. Oh. Welcome back to the West Real Estate Program. I'm with the wonderful Denise from Professionals Real Estate in Bassandean. Denise, hypothetical. If I want to buy this house, which I think I will, why should I go to you?
Local knowledge, local experience. I've been living and selling real estate in Bassandean for 20 years now. I still hold the record for selling the highest priced property in Bassandean, 3.1 million.
Gee whiz.
I also was REWA's top selling salesperson of the year last year.
Denise, you're a credit to yourself, but not only that, your team, I would imagine, are professionals.
The team are fantastic.
Look what you make them do, Denise. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look what they make him. This guy will do anything for you.
The team are there. We're like a big family and we have fun when we're working. So yeah, the team's very important. They're right behind everything we do.
Thank you, Denise. Stay right where you are, because now we have to go and catch up with the wonderful Dan. He's with Lisa, our new designer, and she's at Rick Hart's looking at some fantastic appliances for your home.
What's the quickest way to add value to a home? Let me rephrase it. If you were given a budget to renovate just a few rooms, which ones would you choose? Well, if you're like me, it'd be the shed, the garage, and back to the shed again. But someone a little wiser might be thinking kitchen, bathroom, and maybe laundry. Turns out there's some really obvious reasons why we choose these areas over others. For one, they're work areas. This is where we spend a lot of our time maintaining ourselves. But they're also at the mercy of trends, and it seems it's an endless battle keeping them looking modern and stylish. So what can we do to turn these areas into contemporary statements? Well, can I suggest a trip here to kitchen headquarters, where a friend of mine, Lisa, who's a design specialist, has offered to point me in the right direction. Now, the big three when it comes to renovating, I reckon, are the bathroom, laundry and kitchen, the wet areas. But is there ever a risk, once you've done that and beautified your home again, that you don't want to move out?
Oh, look, I think we've all probably done it.
Yeah.
And it amazes me how many people do it, that they go to the trouble of renovating their houses to sell it. They never get the chance to enjoy it. But what you can do and give you an extra bit of life in your own home is actually spend the thousands of dollars that you would spend on stamp duty or real estate costs, renovate your wet areas, particularly kitchen. Because when it comes to investing in your home, which we all want to do, you'll get the money back threefold. One of the things I love out here at KHQ is that you've got great level entry brands right up to the top of the range. You know, the Miele's, the Sub-Zero, Scholtes, they are beautiful brands and you're going to get your money back. The thing is, if you cut corners, that's when you can run into not having a great return on your investment.
Interested in this Sub-Zero, where do I find that?
It is beautiful, I'd love to show you.
I must admit, it's a little like walking through a fine art gallery here at Kitchen Headquarters. There's plenty of well-crafted machinery. Many are top-selling international brands too that you just can't find anywhere else in WA. What is it that makes them so high-end?
Look, they're made in the US. They're a great size, but Sub-Zero are preservation specialists, so everything lasts longer in a Sub-Zero fridge, and they really are beautiful to look at and huge. And yet, despite their size, they are actually incredibly energy efficient. So they're going to help your power bills, particularly at times like these.
Yeah.
This one is as it comes, and it's a real statement, but these are integrated, so they're built into your cabinetry.
So back to renovating, overall, what would you pass on as some good tips?
Okay, I think number one, don't overcapitalise. Match your appliances to your home. Secondly, don't put in too large your appliances if you've got a small kitchen. I think it's important. And thirdly, without a doubt, if you can afford it, get in a kitchen specialist, a design specialist, because it can make all the difference to your investment.
The showroom here at Kitchen Headquarters is indeed a delight to explore, and I recommend a visit. But if you prefer to hop online, go to westrealestate.com.au and follow the links. If you do drop in, you might even time it during one of their cooking displays, and you could score yourself a free lunch. I'm joined again this week by John Percadani from Real Market. He's the Managing Director. How are you, John? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Dan.
He's going to help me with a few of the questions. There's one that's been on my mind, mate. When it comes to appointing a good agent, I mean, there's a lot of myths and theories out there, but how do I know which one's right for me?
But from a landlord's point of view or a seller's point of view, there's obviously a lot of agents to choose from out there in the marketplace. So I think it's a question of really knowing what are the key questions you have to ask of an agent to uncover the right one for yourself and your situation.
So how does a good agent enhance the sale of a property?
Oh, look, there's so much value a good agent or a great agent can bring to your transaction, and it can translate enormously into the result that you get from a monetary point of view and a time point of view.
Yeah, so what sort of questions should I be thinking of?
You don't want to get caught up with the old cliches of the local agent or the agent that purports to be the biggest selling agent.
Yeah.
I think what you really got to do is ask key questions like, what are your marketing skills? What are your negotiating skills? What are your experience? How can you improve the value add to my property in this transaction?
Would that be tangible and intangible kind of?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, certainly the intangible things are the intellectual property that the agent brings to the transaction in terms of their negotiating skill or their marketing skill. The tangible sides of it is, well, how do they advise you on how to improve the presentation of your property so it appeals to the eyes of a buyer in terms of decluttering it, depersonalising it?
What about when it comes to experience? Is that a question I should ask my agent?
Yes, but I think it's a question of not just the experience on how many transactions I've done or how many years I've been in the marketplace. So people could have been in the marketplace for a long time, but really how much skill have they got around those key issues of selling methodology, marketing and negotiating.
Well, John, this is great. If anyone out there wants more information, is there somewhere they can go?
Sure, we'd be more than happy to help them. They can go to realmark.com or contact me on Twitter and I'd be more than happy to give them some guidance.
Oh, thanks, John. We'll catch up with John again next week.
Just staying here, Denise. We'll be back in a minute. Oh, thank you, John. Thank you, Dan. Oh, great information once again. After the break, Denise and I will be going through the big house. That's what's known as the Cubby House. It was fun though. We'll be there for 3 hours. Thank you for the tea, Denise. It was stunning.
My absolute pleasure.
Bit of cake would have been nice, but that's all right.
Didn't have time for that.
Yeah, well. Give us your 2 favourite rooms for this beautiful home, Denise.
I'd have to say the master bedroom, also the entertaining areas that this home has to offer.
Can we have a look?
Certainly can. Follow me. We'll
Master
start with the
bedroom?
master bedroom.
Oh, I knew it.
As you can see, Pete, another amazing room. Beautiful decor, good natural light coming in through here.
Oh, and these are dressing rooms, are they? His and hers?
His and hers wardrobes, perfect, great storage.
Lovely. Oh, and a beautiful bathroom, ensuite, yeah?
Stunning. 2
Really?
basins, absolutely stunning ensuite with a powder room attached.
We should look outside of the backyard area. And
We certainly should because that's amazing.
This is just great. It's so beautiful and spacious and beautiful ceilings. Beautiful water feature on the pool.
There's even a gym behind the pool.
I don't need a gym, I just enjoy running the lawns generally, because look at the lawns. The lawn feels good on the feet. Jog it out if you want, Denise, jog it out.
No, it should be right.
Oh. Whew. Denise.
I
thank
can't
you
keep
so
up with
much.
you.
I know you can't. A lot of people can't. Denise, thank you so much for showing me through this. This is a beautiful property.
It's a beautiful home and it's a credit to the owners.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And we've got to go to Dan now. This, as we know, is furnished beautifully. And here's Dan at Furniture Spot. He's going to show you how to furnish your home cheaply.
So, after months of hoarding the pennies and studying the market, you've finally signed on the dotted line and become an elated first home buyer. Congratulations. But hang on a second, work's not over yet. You've now got the job of turning it into a comfort zone, which can be financially overwhelming when you consider how expensive some furniture is these days. Well, as a lover of challenges, I've found a retailer who's just a fragment of these figures. It's not who you might be thinking. Furnishing Western Australia for over 20 years with stores across the country, you may have already guessed I'm at the Furniture Spot. Reason I say this is because their showrooms seem to be popping up everywhere. So I guess the question is why? Well, for starters, as you can see, there really is a massive range here. There's something for every room of your house. All the must-haves like queen-size beds and reclining sofas right through to bar stools, and this really popular Orlando bar. Office furniture features heavily here too. There's a desk to suit any size room, a bookcase to fill any length wall, and a chair to comfort any shaped backside. And check out some of these couches. This is relaxation. But getting back to the original point, the success of this furniture retailer, I think, is a reflection of something else. Price. And above all, real value for money. I mean, have a look at this. This is a queen bed and mattress for $299. I mean, you could buy 2 of them, chuck one in the spare room, it'd still be cheaper than most places. And to really bring the subject home, you can pick up a TV, DVD unit for $19. much more impressive than the 6 bricks and plank of wood I had through my uni days. So who do you think would most enjoy a wander through this titanic display? First home buyers, owners of investment properties, and most definitely parents who are thinking the time has come for Generation Y to seek a home of their own. The team here pride themselves on bringing everyone who enters this store great furniture to suit the tastes and their budgets. You know, this is exactly the kind of outlet that I wish I'd known about when I first left the comfort of my parents' home and set foot into the world of independence. See, for me, many of my younger solo years, furniture was whatever could be salvaged from building sites and stacked on top of milk crates. If someone had told me about Furniture Spot, well, perhaps I wouldn't have been single for so long. $249. Yeah, that's cheap. It's comfy. Showrooms can be found across the metro area and in most major regional centres, including new stores in Mandurah and Coburn South Central. If you'd like to know more, visit westrealestate.com.au and follow the links.
Tags! Beautiful property. Wow, one of the best so far. Now, that's all we've got time for this week. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you'd like to find out about anything you've seen in today's program, go to the website, westrealestate.com.au, and don't forget about your chance to win that brilliant Aqua Technics plunge pool. We hope you enjoyed the program. We'll see you next week. I think I'll stay here. It's my house. Yeah, it's mine. I just moved in.
And that's a wrap.